Thanks, Johnny. You know, last winter when Mike Rizzo decided to bring in some veterans to beef up the bench, one of his key acquisitions was Laynce Nix, who previously played for the Cincinnati Reds, and so far this season, Laynce has gotten the job done off the bench. And Laynce, it's always tough being a role player. I'm guessing if you had your druthers, you'd rather be playing every day.
Yeah, I would. I think everybody would, but you know, it's important in a National League team to have guys off the bench that are ready to play, and that's what I'm ready to do.
Well, last night, you beat Tim Lincecum like a rented mule. I mean, you told us after the game that it was the first time you'd seen him, so obviously you had no preconceived notions of what he was going to throw.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, we do a video, though, so we took a look at that, and yeah, first time seeing him, yeah, I just wanted to get a good pitch to hit and hit it, and it worked out.
Now, you're from a baseball family. Your brother Jason also plays, and inquiring minds want to know, Jason spells his name with a Y, but you spell Laynce with a Y. How did that happen?
Well, my dad's Laynce with a Y, my sister's Lindsay with a Y, and I don't know why, but that's how they decided to do it, and that's our family.
Well, you were the only guy in school with his name spelled with a Y, I'm sure. But anyway, as you look at this club going forward, this is a team that's had some obviously offensive struggles. Yet the starting pitching has been remarkably good from opening day on. It's the kind of thing that you kind of hold your breath hoping it can continue in the absence of a guy like Ryan Zimmerman from the lineup.
Well, I think we have started off a little slow, and that's okay. Our pitching's kept us in games, and that's what's big. So our pitching staff's doing well, and I think our hitting's going to come. There's no doubt. We have a lot of confidence, and we have a lot of past success with our hitters, and it's going to come.
In terms of you personally, is this a good ballpark for you to swing the bat in?
Yeah, it is. It's a good place to hit. I see the ball well, and I like hitting here.
Now, this team brought in a lot of guys with some long experience. Jerry Hairston, Alex Cora, Jason Worth. This is a team that they wanted to kind of remake the clubhouse in terms of bringing in guys who were really bothered by losing. I mean, if someone was going to write a description of Laynce Nix, would that be high on the list?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he did a good job. Mike did a good job of bringing in guys who have had success recently. You know, Hairston and Stairs coming from San Diego, myself coming from Cincinnati, and Jason coming from where he came from. So, you know, we know what it feels like to win, and you get real used to that. So we want to keep that going.
Does Jim Riggleman use any kind of a different approach than, let's say, Dusty Baker with the Reds?
Not a whole lot. You know, he believes in his guys and backs his players, and we're with that.
As we head down to the quarter pole of the season, this is a team that is in a very, very tough division. The Philadelphia Phillies, who you play this next week, have their four aces. The Mets have struggled. The Marlins have fairly solid. You think the Nationals stack up somewhere in the middle of the pack?
Well, look, it's the big leagues, and it's tough everywhere. So we don't think we're going to get any gimmies, and no one in the league is. So we just stay off a roller coaster ride. We're not going to ride our highs too high and lows too low, and it's a long season. So we're not going to look into too much about struggling offensively early. We're going to get it going, and it's a long season.
Last thing, you have to come into the game cold off the bench. I mean, how tough is that in the grand scheme of things?
It's pretty tough. I've done it some and had some success doing it, so you know, I've tried everything at least once, so I give myself a chance.
Thanks, Laynce.
You got it.
Laynce Nix, and back to you, Johnny. Thanks a lot.